So here are now the seventh and eighth step in finding the mean and variance of the sampling distribution of sample means. Yung sixth step, nakuha natin doon yung mean ng ating sampling distribution of the sample means, which is equal to mu sub x equal to 350. Same as the value of the population mean. Now, we have here the seventh step. Yung seventh step natin, doon natin makukuha yung ating value ng variance ng sampling distribution of the sample means. And we're just going to follow these steps, okay? Letter A is we're going to subtract the population mean from each sample mean. Remember, ang ating population mean is equal to 3.0. Okay, population mean, nakuha natin kanina sa first step natin, 3.0. So, ang gagawin daw natin, so subtract natin yung population mean from each sample mean. Okay? Or that is equal to x bar minus mu. Okay? X bar natin na ito yung ating mu. Okay? Kunin natin. So, this is 1.5 minus 3 is negative 1.5. And then 2.0 minus 3 is negative 1.0. 2.5 minus 3 is negative 0.50 or 0.5. 3 minus 3 is 0. 3.5 minus 3 is 0.5. 4 minus 3 is 1.0. 4.5 minus 3 is 1.5. Then, ang kasunod daw is we're going to square the difference. Okay? Para naman yun sa fourth column natin. Square of 1.5 is 2.25. Square of 0.0 is 1.00. Square of negative 0.5 is positive 0.25. Square of 0 is 0. Square of 0.5 is 0.25. Square of 1.0 is 1.00. Square of 1.5 is 2.25. Okay. Then, pagkatapos nun, we have letter C, multiply the results by the corresponding probability. So, ito times this. This column times this column. So, that is equal to 1 over 10 times 2.25. That is 0.225. And then, this is equal to 0.10. And then, we have 1 over 5 times 0.25. That is equal to 0.050. Okay? 0.05. So 1 over 5 times 0 is 0. 1 over 5 times 0.25 is 0.05. 1 over 10 times 1 is 0.10. And then 1 over 10 times 2.25 is 0.225. Okay. Then, pagkatapos nun, we're going to add the results. And the thing sum is actually the value ng ating variance ng sampling distribution of the sample mean. So, i-add natin. So, we have 0.225 plus 0.1 plus 0.05 plus 0.05 plus 0.1 plus 0.225 is equal to 3/4, or that is 0.75. So, the value of the variance is 0.75 or 0.75. Okay. Okay na. So, nakuha na natin ang variance. Ang variance natin, this one, remember, this is the summation nun, kaya ito yung formula natin. The variance is equal to 0.75. And remember, yung ating mean ng sampling distribution is 3.0. Okay? Now, okay na ang variance natin. Ito yung ating variance. Variance ng sampling distribution. Ito yung ating mean ng sampling distribution. Okay? Sampling distribution of the sample mean. Okay? Of sample means. At ito yung variance of the sampling distribution. Distribution of the sample means. So, ibig sabihin, na-compute na natin yung mean and variance ng sampling distribution of the sample means. Okay? And the last step is we're going to construct the histogram of the sampling distribution of the sample means. So, ang histogram natin, ang x-axis natin, yung ating sample mean, at yung ating y-axis, yung probability of the random variable na kung saan yung random variable x natin, yung sample mean. Okay? So, itong dalawa. So, we have 1.5, 1 over 10. 1 over 10 is 0.10. So, ganito siya. Then, 2, 1.10 din. 2.5 is 1 over 5 is 0.2. Dito. Ang 3 natin is 1 over 5 din. 3.5 natin is also 1 over 5. And 4 natin ay 1 over 10 or 0.1. 4.5 natin ay 0.1 din. So, ito yung ating histogram ng ating sampling distribution of the sample mean, which is the last step. Okay? Now, that is how to determine the mean and variance of the sampling distribution of the sample means. So, we already have the two values, yung mean and variance. Kailangan na lang natin sagutin is we're going to compare these values pala sa ating population mean and population variance. Okay?